Welcome to the AI Applied podcast. I'm your host, Jaden Schaefer. Each week, I cover breaking AI news, tools, and interview experts giving you actionable tips on applying AI into your career, job, workflows, and life. Make sure that you go to aibox.ai, link in the show notes, to join the waitlist for our new AI platform. We're going to be launching an incredible platform that allows you to build anything you want with workflows in AI. So you're able to chain together ChatGPT and image generators and audio generators to make really powerful apps for your organization, or you can host them on our marketplace and actually generate royalties from them. So make sure to go to aibox.ai and join the waitlist. In addition, if you like the podcast, if you could do me a massive favor and please leave us a review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. This helps me be able to get better guests on here as they check the reviews to see how you guys are liking it. So if you could please do that, I would really, really appreciate it. One of the big winners in the AI revolution and this entire AI boom that we're seeing right now is, of course, chip makers. We've seen NVIDIA surge to absolute all-time highs, even past $1 trillion valuation, as they're really focusing on AI and supplying the next generation of chips and GPUs. Now, one company that has kind of been on the, I don't want to say sidelines because they have made some plays, but definitely have not seen the same surge as NVIDIA is AMD, who consequently, I believe, is like the CEO of NVIDIA is the cousin of the CEO of AMD. So it's kind of interesting, a bit of a family business there. In any case, AMD expects some pretty massive growth. So today on the podcast, we're going to be diving into a lesser talked about company, AMD, lesser than, I guess, NVIDIA, you could say, and where we see AMD going into the future. So in a recent call with analyst, CEO Lisa Su of Advanced Micro Devices, that's what AMD stands for, is, of course, one of the leading chip makers, and she expressed her optimism about growth prospects in the PC market for the second half of this year. So despite an 18% decline in second quarter revenue that AMD saw, which is about $5.4 billion, Su reported that AMD had executed well, launching a number of new products and significantly expanding AI engagements amid the economic downturn. So while the gaming and embedded segments have experienced a, expected decline, the growth in PC client and data transfer segments remain really robust, and that has helped to maintain a steady level of sales. So Su actually reported strong sales in the quarter for the company's semi-custom SoC. This was also buoyed by healthy console demand for Microsoft and Sony, but this demand, spurred on by improved retail availability worldwide and the launch of new AAA games, is expected to contribute positively to the gaming industry. This is a quote from Su. She said, "AI customer engagement grew by more than 7 times sequentially as multiple customers initiated or expanded programs supporting future developments of Instinct M1250 and M1300 hardware and software at scale." So I think in this, huge field of cloud, AMD rolled out 30 new instances in the second quarter, including multiple Genoa instances announced by AWS, Alibaba, Microsoft, and Oracle, and they have up to 1.9 times more performance in enterprise and cloud applications and 1.8 times more performance per watt than the competition. So Genoa has cemented its place as the industry's highest performance and most efficient server processor, according to Su. But moving forward, I think the company, AMD, really anticipates double-digit percentage growth in EPYC server chip revenue in the third quarter. Su actually attributed this to the expanding 4th-gen EPYC CPU ramp. She said, in supercomputing, EPYC and Instinct processors continue to be the solution of choice for the most powerful supercomputers in the world, powering 121 of the fastest systems on the last top 500 list and 7 of the 10 most efficient systems on the green 500 list. So I think AMD's AI strategy, as outlined by Su, really revolves around 3 central points. The first one being delivering a really broad portfolio of leadership GPUs, CPUs, and adaptive computing solutions for AI inferences and training, and then finally extending the open and proven software platforms that enable AI hardware deployments at large scale. And of course, nurturing the deep and collective partnerships established across the ecosystem to accelerate deployments of AMD-based AI solutions. So obviously a fairly comprehensive strategy, but I think that it's going to really help catapult them into the forefront with AI, because up until this point, we've really just seen NVIDIA kind of taking over this space. I think in the second quarter, AMD announced the kind of forthcoming launch of new Instinct MI300X GPUs, which are designed to be the world's most advanced accelerators for generative AI. And these next-gen GPUs are going to feature the industry's largest memory footprint and also fastest memory bandwidth, which are really crucial factors for AI inference performance. So initial shipments are expected to start in the fourth quarter, and this could really help catapult AMD as these start coming onto the market. As for the PC market, Su, the CEO of AMD, anticipates growth in the second half of the year, driven by AMD's really robust kind of product portfolio and also increasing adoption of the Ryzen 7000 CPUs. She said, quote, "We see AI as a significant PC demand driver as Microsoft and other large software providers incorporate generative AI into their offerings." And she indicated that she sees a really revolutionary shift in the PC experience because of this. So AMD also expanded its Radeon 7000 GPU series in the second quarter with the introduction of mainstream RX 7600 cards for 1080p gaming. And the company plans to further expand their RDNA3 GPU offerings with the launch of new enthusiast-class Radeon 7000 series cards in the third quarter. So Su concluded with a note of optimism. Really, she's feeling quite optimistic about where she sees this going, and AMD's future in the AI domain. And I think that that's really going to be key if she wants to continue growing AMD and catapulting it into the future. So she described it as a multi-billion-dollar growth opportunity across cloud, edge, and an increasingly diverse number of intelligent endpoints. She said, quote, "In the data center alone, we expect the market for AI accelerators to reach over $150 billion by 2027. And that's her prediction. So it's going to be really interesting to see if it reaches that levels, and to see if AMD is able to ride this wave, to see if the planning that AMD is currently doing and their, because really what it comes down to is their predictions of where they think the market is going dictates the products that they create. So it's going to be interesting to see if these predictions are accurate or if there's going to be some other curveball that gets thrown into the market that, essentially makes it so they're not able to capitalize on, the market trends and where the market's going. So this is going to be really interesting to follow AMD and see how they continue to evolve, and if their predictions that they have currently been making with their current products are able to hit the mark and propel them forward. If you are looking for an innovative and creative community of people using ChatGPT, you need to join our ChatGPT creators community. I'll drop a link in the description to this podcast. We'd love to see you there, where we share tips and tricks of what is working in ChatGPT. It's a lot easier than a podcast, as you can see screenshots, you can share and comment on things that are currently working. So if this sounds interesting to you, check out the link in the comment. We'd love to have you in the community. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Applied podcast. Make sure to rate this wherever you listen to your podcasts, and have a fantastic rest of your day.